We begin tonight at 10 o'clock with breaking news. Phoenix police are on the scene of a shooting tonight in South Phoenix. I want to show you some video of that scene just coming into our newsroom. Quite a heavy scene there. You see multiple Phoenix police squad cars. This is happening in the area of Southern Avenue and 24th Street. Right now, information is limited. It does remain an active scene. We have a crew working to gather more information, and we will update you as soon as more information is released from Phoenix Police. We turn now to an update about a crash we first told you about this afternoon. Police confirming not long ago a teenage boy has since died from his injuries. This fatal crash happened at around 3 o'clock this afternoon in the area of 35th Avenue and Lower Buckeye Road. Fire crews tell us 2 people had to be extracted from a vehicle. A man and woman remain at the hospital tonight with what police call critical injuries. It's unclear right now how that crash exactly happened or what caused it. Investigators will be in the area for several more hours investigating. They were there for much of this afternoon. Well, good evening and thanks so much for joining us for 12 News at 10. I'm Sean Rice. A woman is badly hurt after another crash, this time in Glendale. It happened at around 6:30 this morning in the area of 47th and Northern Avenues. We're told while that woman's condition is considered critical, a man involved in the crash was not badly hurt. He was taken to the hospital as a precaution. Preliminary information indicates one of those drivers ran a red light. Well, after a wet end to the work week for most of us, today has been absolutely beautiful. It's just one of those days you don't want it to end because it was just so nice out. 12 News meteorologist Chris Dunn is here with our weather impact forecast. Chris, like I said at 6, the question on everyone's mind is how are those egg hunts looking and what the weather is going to look like for it?
Yeah, a little bit chilly in the morning, but sunny and warmer in the afternoon. In fact, pleasantly warm tomorrow afternoon. Last night's storm system is now spinning over New Mexico right here with some snow and rain. It certainly left its mark on our state with some snow in the high country and some rain in the valley. 1/1500ths of an inch of rain officially at Sky Harbor, but nothing to show you out there right now except mild temperatures tonight and warm temperatures tomorrow. Here are the forecast highs tomorrow. 86 in Phoenix, 84 in Laveen and Goodyear, 82 Santan Valley, Apache Junction, and 83 in Mesa. So no matter where you are in the state, here's a look at what you can expect. Sunrise temperature 57 degrees in the valley. The sun happens to come up tomorrow morning at 5:51 a.m. That's for Phoenix. Specifically, 86 in the afternoon, 68 the rim country, and right around 60 degrees for the mountains. Yeah, there's a lot of melting going on between today and tomorrow. So 56, 62, and then we warm into the low 80s by the afternoon. Flagstaff 61, Kingman 76, Sedona a beautiful 70, and 66 in Winslow. I mentioned a warm up in the forecast. Yeah, we'll talk about those 90s and just how hot it's going to get next week. That's coming up.
Looks to be picture perfect, Chris. Thanks so much. Tonight, the nation is remembering the victims and survivors of the deadliest homegrown terrorist attack in the U.S. history. Today marks 30 years since the Oklahoma City bombing, killing 168 people and injuring hundreds more. Tonight, 12 News journalist Gabriella Becerra is in Phoenix talking to one of our hometown heroes and how he is remembering that day.
The Phoenix Fire Department responds to emergencies every day, and when tragedy strikes across the country, no distance is too far to help out fellow Americans. After 30 years,
Sounded like just one big boom.
April 19th, 1995 is a day Phoenix Fire Battalion Chief John Muir still remembers all too well.
It was a mess.
Muir says he was on duty in Ahwatukee when a truck filled with a deadly mix of agricultural fertilizer, diesel fuel, and other chemicals exploded in Oklahoma City, quickly becoming the worst act of homegrown terrorism in the nation's history.
We got the call that morning and we were in Oklahoma working at the site that night.
The site was the Alfred P. Murrah Federal Building. Most of the structure was reduced to rubble.
Cut in half, and half of it on the ground and half of it still standing with all the chairs and desks and things hanging out or blowing in the wind.
Muir worked 12-hour days filled with search and rescue.
We're going through debris, finding portions of bodies, sometimes whole bodies, and searching, trying to find somebody that's still alive, trapped in a void.
Unfortunately, his team did not find any survivors.
They were sitting there, enjoying their life, doing their daily routine, and it was instantly stopped.
168 people died, including 19 children who were in the building's daycare center.
30 years ago, I thought I was going to have a very different day when I woke up.
Former President Bill Clinton returned to Oklahoma City for the 30th anniversary memorial. Recalling a day of his presidency, he says he will never forget.
That bombing profoundly shook the country.
The bomber, Tim McVeigh, was found less than 2 hours after the attack. Investigators later learned McVeigh and co-conspirators planned and practiced the bombing in Kingman.
They would blow things up out in the Arizona desert.
As another decade has come and gone since the attack.
I really remember that, and a lot of other things that I don't really want to talk about.
This first responder chooses to remember the good in people rather than the bad.
The streets were lined up with people trying to hand us sandwiches or food or something to drink.
And he hopes people will continue to remember the strength and resilience of Oklahoma City.
We came and we did our thing and left. They had to live with that for a long, long time.
In Phoenix,
Keep them in your hearts and prayers and stuff, even to this day.
Gabriela Becerra, 12 News.
Gabby, thank you. As part of our dedication to keeping you safe, we have some recall alerts you need to know about. The FDA is reminding parents that all batches of Gerber's Soothe and Chew teeth sticks have been recalled and should not be given to your children. The FDA issued the recall reminder after receiving reports the product is still available at some retailers and also online as well. Gerber initially announced the recall earlier this year and said the product poses a potential choking hazard for babies and young children. The recalled teething sticks came in strawberry, apple, and banana flavors, and they were sold nationwide. Consumers are advised to return the sticks to the place of purchase for a full refund. A Valley woman went viral after sharing video of her husband in the midst of a heart attack, and people who watched it say it could help save lives. 12 News journalist William Pitts explains.
Does it feel like good stuff, or does it feel like...
This is what a heart attack looks like.
Yes, sit down. Sit down.
Jeff Goss doesn't even know it. There's no arm pain. He doesn't collapse. In fact, he tries to tough it out.
No, all right. Let's just go.
No, you literally just about passed out.
I didn't think it was anything serious at all. Even once the ambulance got there, I still thought it was a waste of time.
Jeff and his wife, Michelle, were headed to a Cardinals game last September, but once Jeff sits down, he goes downhill.
You're gray. You're gray. Your color is gray right now.
I called 911 and he just said, I'm Michelle, I'm fine. And I'm like, it's too late. I already called. Like, I'm calling 911.
911 was your purchase deal. Yeah, I think my husband's having a heart attack.
That's the first time the words heart attack are mentioned. Michelle says Jeff finally admitted his chest hurt. Jeff is still conscious, still talking, but not doing well.
Here, both arms were hurting and a lot of pressure on the chest. And mostly it's just like my body, I couldn't stop my arms from shaking.
Paramedics got there within a few minutes and went to work.
Can you lean back? I know it's uncomfortable. We got you. The ambulance is on the way out.
Jeff had suffered a heart attack, a widowmaker, a total blockage in the biggest artery of the heart.
25% of the people just die at home.
Dr. Ish Singla was Jeff's cardiologist that day. He says the prognosis is better than it was 20 years ago, but still not great for this type of attack.
A lot of people don't make it, so lucky to survive and do well.
Within an hour of the paramedics getting there, Jeff was in surgery and survived.
You're gray. Your color is gray right now.
Michelle posted that video to TikTok in hopes of showing people what a heart attack actually looks like. Nearly 10 million views later, it's reached people everywhere.
Really unexpected. I really wasn't expecting anything to happen at all.
Yeah, we've gotten some incredible messages.
Like this person who says this video saved her husband's life because she recognized his symptoms as a heart attack.
Yeah, I think my husband's having a heart attack.
Jeff and Michelle are in their 50s, relatively fit. Heart attacks were not really on their minds, like a lot of people. But like the people that watched the video,
We got you. The ambulance is on the way out.
they are now. William Pitts, 12 News.